जय श्री माताजी। आज सर सीपी जी यानी अपने पापा जी का जन्म दिवस है। इस दिन के शुभ अवसर पर ऑनलाइन उपस्थित सभी सहयोगी भाई बहनों का शाम के सामूहिक ध्यान सत्र में प्रतिष्ठान पुणे की ओर से स्वागत है। ऑन दिस स्पेशल डे of the birth anniversary or of Sir CP, our Papaji, we welcome all our brothers and sisters from all over the world in today's evening collective meditation from Pratishthan Pune. Kundalini चढ़ा के बंधन लेंगे. We'll raise our Kundalini and take collective bandhan. श्री माता जी से ध्यान की अनुमति मांगने हेतु प्रार्थना करते हैं। विल प्रे टू श्री माता जी। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा कर आज के सामूहिक ध्यान में बैठने की अनुमति आप हमें प्रदान करें। श्री माता जी, प्लीज ग्रांट अस योर परमिशन टू सिट इन टुडेज कलेक्टिव मेडिटेशन। 3 महामंत्र, तत्पश्चात श्री गणेश मंत्र। नाड़ी संतुलन हेतु अपना बायां हाथ गोदी में, दाहिना हाथ पृथ्वी माता पे. फॉर बैलेंसिंग विल कीप आवर लेफ्ट हैंड ऑन लैप, राइट हैंड ऑन मदर अर्थ. परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, कृपा कर हमारी ईड़ा नाड़ी को शुद्ध कर हमें शुद्ध इच्छा शक्ति प्रदान कीजिए. श्री माताजी, प्लीज क्लेंस आवर ईड़ा नाड़ी एंड मे वी हैव प्योर डिजायर. धीरे से अपना दाहिना हाथ गोदी में लेंगे, बायां हाथ आकाश की ओर. विल टेक आवर राइट हैंड ऑन लैप, लेफ्ट हैंड टुवर्ड्स द ईथर. परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, कृपा कर हमारी पिंगला नाड़ी को शुद्ध कर हमें शुद्ध कार्य शक्ति प्रदान कीजिए. श्री माताजी, please cleanse our Pingla Nadi and may we have pure power of action. धीरे से अपना हाथ गोदी में लेंगे, बोथ हैंड्स ऑन लैप. चित्त सुषुम्ना नाड़ी पर, अवर अटेंशन ऑन सुषुम्ना नाड़ी. परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, कृपा कर हमारे सुषुम्ना नाड़ी को शुद्ध कर हमें पूर्ण संतुलन प्रदान कीजिए. श्री माताजी, प्लीज क्लेंस अवर सुषुम्ना नाड़ी and may we have complete balanced state. संपूर्ण चित्त मूलाधार चक्र पे. We'll bring our attention on मूलाधारा. परम पूज्य श्री माताजी कृपा कर हमारे मूलाधार चक्र को शुद्ध कीजिए. श्री माताजी हमारे अंदर श्री गणेश जी के सारे गुण एवं तत्व प्रस्थापित कीजिए. श्री माताजी please cleanse our Muladhara chakra and establish the qualities of Shri Ganesha in us. संपूर्ण चित्त अनाहत चक्र पे लाएंगे. We'll bring our attention on अनाहत चक्र. परम पूज्य श्री माताजी कृपा कर हमारे अनाहत चक्र को शुद्ध कीजिए. श्री माताजी हमारे अंदर श्री जगदम्बा जी के सारे गुण एवं तत्व प्रस्थापित कीजिए. हमें निर्भय बनाइए. Shri Mataji, please cleanse our Anahat Chakra and establish Shri Jagdamba's qualities in us. Shri Mataji, by your grace, make us fearless. हमारा चित्त सहस्रार चक्र पे लाएंगे. We'll bring our attention on सहस्रारा. परम पूज्य श्री माताजी कृपा कर हमारे आत्म साक्षात्कार को दृढ़ कर आज के ध्यान में हमें निर्विचारिता प्रदान कीजिए. श्री माताजी by your grace establish our self-realization and bless us with thoughtless awareness state. इसी ध्यान की अवस्था में हम श्री माताजी की अमृतवाणी आत्मसात करेंगे। विल लिसन टू श्री माताजी स्पीच। आज की अमृतवाणी है गुरु पूजा टॉक। यू मस्ट बी हम्बल टू बी अ गुरु। 20 जुलाई 1997, Cabella.
Now, by saying, we do not get rid of it. But acting, we can. Just see how we work out these stupid ideas within us and how we can get rid of them. Very simply is, in meditation, you should sit down and see how many people you love. And why do you love? Not out of pity, but just with love, how much you care for others. I have seen some very, very beautiful examples of that. But still I must say that there are certain fixed ideas which are to be dislodged completely. Very important for every person who is a guru in Sahaja. Means he has to be a clean-hearted, open-hearted, loving-hearted fellow. His heart should play the tune of Param Chaitanya. If his heart is full of all these man-made ideas, I don't know what will happen. Even when they transplant the heart, they cannot do it with the man-made. They have to use a real natural one. So you can imagine when you try to take to all these odd ideas are just divisive. They will never give you collectivity. So introspection has to be made. Are we one, or we are judging each other? Now the judgment is quite a lot also. Now all this can be seen only when you live together. Otherwise, how will you know? When you start living together, you start discovering what is missing in you, what is not there, what has to be there. It is so peaceful to have a heart which is full of love, because every movement of that heart is so much joy-giving, so much joy-giving. There's a story of Sri Rama that he ate the berries, a kind of fruit, which were first tested by an old lady with such love. It shows what? Shows that a person like Sri Ram was the king of the highest heritage, and this old lady who was just of the lowest caste gives him these fruits with such love. And when he eats that, he starts praising it. So his wife says, "Give me some." It's all right. But the brother is still halfway, I think, in Sahajayoga. So he doesn't like. He gets angry. Then she eats and she says, "Brother-in-law, it's wonderful fruit, I must say." He says, "All right, give me some." He says, "Why should I give you now? But first you were very much angry, so why should I give you these fruits to eat?" The story shows that the level of your personality as Guru is judged by your clean heart. by your loving heart, by your highest remarkable personality. In the personality, it is not something that is to be built in artificially. It is not artificial. It is natural, absolutely natural. Whatever you do has to be natural. So this artificiality of certain ways of talking or certain ways of living together creates problem. For example, we had an ashram in America, in New York, and there was a lady who was very strict. Everything should be tip-top, it should be here, the spoons must be there, and the forks should be here, and all sorts of things. And she hurt many people. Not important. These cultural, I can call it the taboos, are not important in Sahajayoga. Because now you have become a guru. Guru can stay anywhere, live anywhere, eat anything, anytime. That should be the case. But also I have seen in Sahajayoga, there are many who are very anxious to eat food as soon as it is served. Once it happened, I was there, they had served the food, and just they started removing the plates. I said, "What's the matter? I have to eat food." "Oh, you haven't not eaten, mother?" "No, I haven't just touched it even." So, you see, sort of, first is the very lowest type of, we should say, desire, is the hunger. Now, a guru doesn't bother. Whatever you give, all right. Whatever you want not to give, all right. Even if you don't give, is all right. But one has to develop that by killing your ego. People feel very hurt if you serve them little later than another person. There's all kinds of funny things I've seen in Sahajayoga. On the contrary, it is the lowest type of, I should say, a desire. We should not be very much catered to if you want to be a real guru. Of course, many problems are solved. As I have seen so far, that they do not take to drugs and they do not take to drinking and all such things. This is such a blessing, because if I had to start from that level, I don't know how deep I would have gone, from where I would have pulled you out. But that is, of course, a very big thing. That is quite a nice thing. But still, to make a beautiful life out of you, which will attract the attention of everyone, how you talk, how you behave, how you love. So again, one has to say that Guru Pada comes only through the love that you have. Like they'll have, say, 10 people, for anything, for a drama, suppose, and they have it only from a particular country or from a particular group, then there's no fun. There's no fun. For example, they'll have a music group. So from the particular one caste could be, or could be one religion, could be one, you can say one school or anything. So that shows that you are still not there as a guru. You should like every kind of culture, every kind of beauty. And that has to be brought in our daily life. We should not look down upon anyone for their color, for their race, for their status, class consciousness. All this has been shown in the lives of all these gurus, saints who lived. Tukarama says, "Oh God, thank God, you have made me a scheduled caste." He was not, but he just says so. all of us, all the time, should not be conscious of what has been our birth, what has been our personality, or what has been our big name. One should not be able to make out it. Who is the saint and who is not. Even people are proud that they are saints. I was surprised in America also very much that the Russians who have gone there are a very different quality people. They wouldn't raise their eyes to me, wouldn't raise their eyes. And very deep, very, very deep. Vibrations were very deep. The reason is, I think, they have been oppressed during communism, perhaps maybe, and now they have come to America, where they have seen so-called freedom and what nonsense it is doing. So, knowing these two extremes, I think they have gone very deep into their own being. And they have such strength and such unity among themselves. I was surprised that I had never met them before. They didn't come from Russia. They came, only they were there. So what is it that has kept them like that is that they had no religion in their heads. They had no religion. To them every religion is the same, and they had no religion to follow. So a guru cannot belong to any religion. Because these religions are also man-made. They have created such a problem all over, and they are all fighting among themselves. How can they be divine? So you should not get involved into some sort of a religious bias. I've seen it, that a Sahajayogi, say if he is a Christian, then the bias will be shown that he is a Christian, you can make it out. If he is a Jew, you can make it out. So what's the use of coming to Sahajayoga? Their attention, if it goes inside, they'll find out. You have to dissect yourself to see what's wrong with you and why is it that you are not very successful as a guru. The success of the guru is he doesn't bother about time. Every time is the holy time. For he is not bothered if somebody is late or has come early. He is not a slave of watches and time. This is also man-made. There were no watches about, I think, 300 years back. And nobody was so particular about the time. So first thing, he is beyond time. Kalatita. Then he is also gunatit. Gunatit means he doesn't belong to the left side or to the right side or to the center. He is beyond these three, beyond these gunas, where he stands and sees everything in the divine light. Everything. If something good happens to him, he said the divine light has done. If something bad happens to him, he said the divine light wanted this way. Everything he leaves for the divine light. He is beyond the gunas. Like supposing there is a person who is on the right side, egoistical. Then he'll start saying, how is it? I wanted this didn't work out, and how? He'll challenge. Another will start crying, the left-sided one, that I'm very sorry, this has happened to me, it should not have happened. Or in the center also, he might think that how far are my vibrations, how could I not know and all that. But a person who is a real guru, he looks at it as a drama, as just a witness of the drama. It happened, it was to happen, so it has happened. Now what do we get out of it? Is we get something, the lesson that this was not right or this was wrong. That's all. For that moment, not to go on churning in your head. That's all one gets and is not bothered about anything else. So he goes beyond his gunas. Beyond gunas, he lives. He eats anywhere, sleeps anywhere. He is not bothered where he lives. He is not bothered whether he goes by car or he goes by bullock cart. He doesn't feel he is being not honored if they give him a garland of few flowers. It's not there. He is not bothered because nothing can enhance his personality. Nothing. You give them something simple, it's all right. Or even if you don't give, it's all right. It's not he judges himself through your eyes, but he judges himself through his own eyes. And he sees for himself the joy of enjoying himself. What is there to be so particular about anything? What is so great to be hankering after anything? It just works out in its own time. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. What does it matter? Just think of it. Also, in Sahajayoga, a guru has to be a binding force. There are two types of people I've seen, which go on breaking relations. It's very easy for them. They go on complaining. But there are others who have a power to bind people together. In such a manner, in such a sweet manner, that the people are brought closer together. Not that they have to forgive, it automatically works out. Just works out like that. And people go on joining such a man. I was surprised that in America there was very, very few Sahajogis. We spent, they said, $50,000 and got 50 Sahajogis. 1,000 for one Sahajayogi in America. So, very bad shape. But still, you see, we have to hope for them because there are lots of seekers and lost in the wilderness of seeking. But I thought that maybe it's a circle. They have to pass through this circle of stupidity and then definitely they will see the point. And it has happened. We had about 4,000 people for my lecture, which never has happened there in that country. Nobody has got such a lot of audience, they said. But still, not many came, but they got their realization. So I think gradually, even in America, it may start going. And the Sahajogis must not only worry about their houses and where they live and all that, but go all out to them. I would say some of the Sahajogis who could afford to go should go to America and work out this outside work. Maybe if there are outsiders who come and talk about Sahajayoga, they might be impressed. There are so many false gurus that you can't count them. And they have accepted them. It's very surprising though they have suffered, they have lost in money, everything, still they have accepted, after all, he is our Guru. So there's basically something wrong with their brains, that they don't understand what is to be expected. I have written one book, perhaps it may reach them, but in any case, you all can write your experiences and things and can publish it. Maybe it might help them to open their eyes. While writing anything, you have to remember that it should show your quality of Sahajayoga, how you are. In that, one should not feel that you are putting them down or trying to say some things which will hurt them, but say it in such a manner that it corrects them and helps them. For a Guru, it is important that he should not have any false ideas about himself. He might be from a poor family, might be from the rich family. Whatever it is, he should not be conscious of that. Because once you become that, see, look at Cabella, he was just a weaver. Look at Raidas, he was just a, what do you call that, shoemaker. See, in India these are very low caste supposed to be. He has written beautiful poetry. Then Namadeva, he was a tailor. Just think of that. All these people have written the same thing with such great beauty of poetry. How have they achieved? Because now they have entered into that great realm of spirituality. You people also write some very good poetry, I know. But some of the people who have written good poetry turned out to be very obstinate, very egoistical people. This is something I couldn't understand. You are writing here beautiful poetry and here you are full of ego. So from where this poetry is coming, God knows. So first of all is yourself, your personality has to be something that people should say, this is the real Guru we have met. For that, you know very well you don't have to give up your family, don't have to give up anything. But ego, if it is still there, I don't know what to say, but you must get rid of it completely. And collectively also ego should be driven out. Collectively. It's a thing that people are egoistical secretly within themselves, but sometimes it shows. It's a very subtle, nonsensical disease that people have, and they just indulge into it. On this day of Guru Puja, I have to say now that one has to work very hard. Very hard. The most important thing is how much you have dedicated your life, your time to Sahaja. Then only you will achieve that state of Guru. Look at me, I am a housewife and I have my family's responsibilities, problems. But despite that, I am all the time thinking about Sahajogis, Sahajayoga, and all that is this emancipation of human beings in the whole world. Not only here or there, in the whole world. So, that should be your widened vision, not for only your school, college or university or this or that, but a very wider vision one should have. And that you have to develop through your working into every time of circumstances, every type of problems you have. Once you develop that kind of a personality, then you will be amazed how you can help so many people. I know there are so many Sahajogis here who are worthy of praise, and really I love them very much, and they also love me very much. But one should always see that as you are now going to be the Gurus, you have to be careful not to think that you are a Guru. You should never think you are a Guru already. Once you start thinking again, Mr. Ego, the Guru comes up. So once you decide that I am nothing, I am just a little ripple in the heart of my mother. If such a humble feeling you get, then all your problems can be solved and things will work out. Because your attention and your behavior is going to impress other people. Nothing else. Whatever you may try, it is you who is going to get Sahajayoga further. There is so much to be said about how to become a good Guru and all that, but I think I'll keep it for next Guru Puja. Thank you very much.
श्री आदि शक्ति का पूर्ण मंत्र लेंगे। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। आरती की तैयारी करते हैं। आरती के लिए खड़े होंगे। विल स्टैंड फॉर आरती।
सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जग में संकट कारक कितने लिए अवतार माँ, कितने लिए अवतार। विश्व में तेरी महिमा, विश्व में तेरी महिमा। तू गंगा यमुना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जो भी शरण में आया सुख ही मिला उसको माँ, सुख ही मिला उसको। बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ। लौट के ना जाना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, संगीत सुन लो, माँ मधु संगीत सुन लो। होय सके जो सेवा, होय सके जो सेवा, हमसे करा लेना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री माताजी, श्री निर्मला देवी, नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी, श्री निर्मला देवी, नमो शक्ति माताजी, श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
जय श्री माताजी। श्री माताजी के श्री चरणों पर प्रार्थना अर्पित करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, आज का सामूहिक ध्यान हम आपके श्री चरणों में समर्पित करते हैं। आज के ध्यान में आपने हमें निरानंद प्रदान कर हमें चैतन्य से आशीर्वादित किया, इसलिए हम आपके हृदय से ऋणी हैं, कृतज्ञ हैं। श्री माताजी, संपूर्ण विश्व में विश्व निर्मल धर्म प्रस्थापित करने हेतु कृपा कर हमें सहजयोग प्रचार प्रसार का शुद्ध एवं प्रभावी माध्यम बनाइए। श्री माताजी, हमारी सभी प्रार्थनाओं का स्वीकार कर हमें आशीर्वादित करने की कृपा करें। श्री माताजी, We are offering today's collective meditation at your holy lotus feet. We are grateful and thankful to you for showering your love in the form of joy and vibration in today's meditation. Shri Mataji, by your grace, let all the knowledge which you gave us in today's speech get established within us. By your grace, may we become a pure instrument for spreading Sahajayoga all over the world. We offer our deepest salutation at your holy lotus feet. Jai Shri Mataji. We'll take collective bandhan, सामूहिक बंधन लेंगे. जय श्री माता जी। आज की प्रमुख सूचनाएं इस प्रकार। प्रतिष्ठान में होने वाले विकास कार्य और मेंटेनेंस के लिए धनराशि भेजने हेतु आप प्रतिष्ठान पुणे एंड्रॉयड ऐप या प्रतिष्ठान पुणे.in इस वेबसाइट पर डोनेशन लिंक का उपयोग करें। आपने अगर इसके पहले ऑनलाइन डोनेशन किया है और आपको डोनेशन रिसिप्ट प्राप्त नहीं हुई है तो कृपया आप प्रतिष्ठान हेल्पलाइन 8881192193 पर संपर्क करें। नए साधकों के लिए साप्ताहिक ऑनलाइन ध्यान केंद्र लर्निंग सहजयोगा यूट्यूब चैनल द्वारा प्रति शनिवार को शाम 6:30 से 7:30 बजे लाइव प्रसारित हो रहा है। नई बैच 2 जुलाई से आरंभ हुई है। अगला सत्र 9 जुलाई को होगा। कृपया जागृति देने के बाद नए साधकों को यह जानकारी जरूर दें। सहयोग सीखने में उन्हें मदद होगी। श्री आदि गुरु पूजा महोत्सव का आयोजन 15 से 17 जुलाई को के दरमियान मध्य प्रदेश रतलाम से किया गया है। 15 जुलाई को हवन का लाइव प्रसारण शाम 5 बजे और 17 जुलाई को पूजा का प्रसारण सुबह 11 बजे होगा। श्री माताजी जन्म शताब्दी वर्ष के उपलक्ष्य में हर 21 तारीख को मातृवंदना की प्रस्तुति आयोजित की जा रही है। इस 21 जुलाई को शाम के ध्यान के बाद प्रसिद्ध गायक पंडित अजित कड़कड़े जी भक्ति संगीत की प्रस्तुति करेंगे। रीजनल श्री कृष्ण पूजा महोत्सव 19 से 21 अगस्त कोझिकोड केरल से आयोजित किया गया है। 19 अगस्त को हवन शाम 5 बजे और 21 अगस्त को पूजा सुबह 10 बजे आयोजित की गई है। अंतर्राष्ट्रीय श्री महालक्ष्मी पूजा और सहज विवाह का आयोजन भारतीय सामूहिकता की ओर से इस वर्ष नागपुर एकेडमी में होगा। 3 दिवसीय दिवाली पूजा महोत्सव 28, 29 और 30 अक्टूबर को मनाया जाएगा। 28 अक्टूबर को शाम 5 बजे हवन, 29 अक्टूबर को सहज विवाह शाम 5 बजे और 30 अक्टूबर को सुबह 10:30 बजे श्री महालक्ष्मी पूजा होगी। अब रेल की रिजर्वेशन आरंभ हुई है। आप बुकिंग एडवांस में कर सकते हैं। पूजा स्थल नागपुर छिंदवाड़ा हाईवे पर नागपुर रेल स्थानक से 30 मिनट और एयरपोर्ट से 40 मिनट की दूरी पर है। आप इस महोत्सव में सादर आमंत्रित हैं। 9,000 सहजयोग की व्यवस्था पूजा स्थल पर की जाएगी, इसलिए 31 अगस्त से पहले आपका प्री रजिस्ट्रेशन करना आवश्यक है। कल के कार्यक्रम इस प्रकार: अर्ली मॉर्निंग मेडिटेशन सुबह 4 बजे प्रसारित होगा। सुबह का ध्यान सुबह 5:30 बजे लाइव प्रसारित होगा। शाम का ध्यान शाम 7 बजे लाइव प्रसारित होगा। आज चंद्रिका प्रसाद श्रीवास्तव उर्फ पापा जी की 102वीं जयंती है। सहजयोग के हर कार्य और श्री माताजी को उन्होंने सदैव सहकार्य किया। IAS अधिकारी की जिम्मेदारी निभाते हुए देश के प्रति उनका जीवन हमेशा समर्पित रहा है। उन्हें विश्व सामूहिकता की ओर से जन्मदिवस की ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं। सहज कार्य में पापा जी का बहुत बड़ा योगदान रहा है। विश्व सामूहिकता उनकी दिल से आभारी है। अब उनके जन्म दिवस पर केक कटिंग करते हैं। केक कटिंग के लिए खड़े होंगे।
Happy birthday to you, dear Papa Ji. Happy birthday, dear Papa Ji. Happy birthday, dear Papa Ji. Happy birthday to you.
पापा जी को विश्व सामूहिकता की ओर से जन्मदिवस की ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं। हैप्पी बर्थडे पापा जी। आज का ध्यान सत्र यही संपन्न होता है। जय श्री माताजी। पापा जी की जीवनी के ऊपर हम एक छोटा सा वीडियो देखेंगे अभी।
It is said that the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a small step. In the year 1920, on 8th of July, a small city of Uttar Pradesh named Unnao witnessed the birth of a baby boy into a Srivastava family. At the age of 6, the boy lost his parents. Holding his uncle's hand, the boy started to take small steps. At that time, no one knew that this young lad would one day go on to become the country's most distinguished and honored diplomat, who would scale great heights with his sheer academic brilliance, excellent leadership abilities, and great determination. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Dr. Chandrika Prasad Srivastava.
Chandrika Prasad Srivastava was born in 1920 into a land-owning family in northern India. The tragic death of his parents at an early age forged a strength of character, depth and determination that he was to reveal in abundance later in life.
In the year 1947, P.K. Salve was a member of the Central Legislative Assembly at Delhi, while Nirmala was studying in her 4th year of medicine at Lahore. It was at this juncture that a tall young man was introduced into the Salve household. His name was Chandrika Prasad Srivastava. Chandrika Prasad Srivastava was a college friend of Nirmala's older brother Narendra Kumar Salve. He was temporarily working for the Ministry of Commerce in Delhi and needed a place to stay for a few days. Narendra Kumar invited him to stay as a house guest at the Firoz Shah Road house, and C.P. Srivastava accepted the invitation. Little did he know that this was a move that would change his life in such a significant manner. He soon became very popular in the large Salve family, both among the elders and the young. It was natural, therefore, for Narendra Kumar to think of him as a suitable match for his sister Nirmala.
In our country in those days, there was no choice, nothing. Whatever parents said, you had to listen. So, according to the choice of my parents, they selected him. He was a friend of my brother. And my brother said he's a very nice person, this, that. So they married me to him. That's what it is.
In the early years of her marriage, Nirmala Salve lived like a normal housewife with her extraordinary husband. They soon had 2 lovely daughters, Kalpana and Sadhna, and Nirmala's life was woven around their upbringing and education. Wherever he went as an officer of the prestigious Indian Administrative Service, Mr. C.P. Srivastava distinguished himself with his extreme efficiency, honesty and academic brilliance.
With a lifelong admiration and respect for each other's convictions and work, Sir C.P. chose a career which allowed him to remain in India.
A lot of people do not know that he also stood first in his law exam, which he gave when he was not very well, and he wrote the papers with the help of someone at that time, and he still stood first. So his brilliance was outstanding, and well, that brilliance coupled with his humility and his compassion and his love has taken him to great heights, not only professionally but even in his personal life.
Guided by his uncle, his career in civil services took off in Lucknow and Meerut. He served as the city and additional district administrator respectively in these areas. Dr. C.P. Srivastava's career progressed at an astounding pace, thanks to his impressive personality, experience and skill in administration. Dr. C.P. took charge as a Deputy Secretary, Ministry of Transport in 1958. Between 1959 and 1960, he became the Senior Deputy Director General of Shipping, Government of India. Then, from 1961 to 1964, he held an extremely prestigious position of the Managing Director, Shipping Corporation of India Limited, Government of India. Given his talent and distinguished work in civil services, it was hardly a surprise when he was appointed the Joint Secretary between 1964 to 1966 during Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri's tenure. After the death of the Prime Minister from 1966 to 1973, Shipping Corporation of India Limited was privileged to have him lead the organization as Chairman of the Board of Directors and Managing Director. Under the guidance of a gifted leader like him, Shipping Corporation of India became the largest shipping company of India. It boasted of a well-diversified fleet of cargo liners, tankers, bulk carriers and passenger ships, a rare feature for a developing country. That tenure exposed him to global maritime operations and international maritime organization. So impressive was his work in the field of maritime and shipping in India that in the year 1974 he was elected Secretary General of the International Maritime Organization, IMO, served 4 successive terms for a period of 16 years. This tall and lanky diplomat made all Indians proud. He is the longest-serving Secretary General to date of this London-based organization. IMO flourished during Dr. C.P. Srivastava's tenure. His work was so remarkable that he was conferred by Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom the title of Honorary Knight Commander of the Most Distinguished Order of St. Michael and St. George, KCMG, in the year 1990. He was the first Indian to receive this honor. That got this great man the title of Sir. The most prominent being the Padma Bhushan and the Padma Vibhushan, both among the highest civilian honors in India.
आज हम लोग श्रीवास्तव साहब से कुछ मांगना चाहते हैं। मुझे पूरा उम्मीद है कि आप हमको वो प्रदान करेंगे। पहली चीज तो यह है कि आप हम सबको आशीर्वाद दीजिए कि हम लोग तन मन धन से सहज योग को पूरे विश्व में फैलाएं। और दूसरी चीज ये है कि हम लोग आपको श्रीवास्तव साहब कहने में थोड़ा हिचकिचाते हैं, इसलिए हमको आप पापा जी कहने की इजाजत दीजिए। धन्यवाद। अब मैं पापा जी से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि हम लोगों को कुछ शब्द कहें।
तो निगम साहब और प्यारे सहयोगियों, आज का दिन मेरे लिए तो बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है ही, आपके लिए भी है। लेकिन सबसे पहले मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं कि 43 साल हुए 1947 7 अप्रैल को आपकी माताजी से मेरी शादी हुई। और 43 साल से हम लोग साथ हैं और बराबर वो मुझे देखती रही हैं और जब बच्चे हुए उनको देखती रही हैं, इसलिए सबसे पहले मैं अपना आभार उनके प्रति प्रकट करना चाहता हूँ। डॉक्टर निगम साहब ने कहा कि उन्हें मेरे साथ ही रहना चाहिए था, ज्यादातर हस्बैंड वाइफ साथ रहते ही हैं, वो तो ठीक बात है, लेकिन उनका समय आप लोगों ने लिया मुझसे अलग करके। लेकिन मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं कि मुझसे अलग तो कभी हो ही नहीं सकती। आपके पास जैसे कहाँ रहती हैं, आपके दिल में रहती है ना, तो मेरे दिल में हमेशा ही रहती है। और जो हर जगह है वो हर एक के साथ है, मेरे साथ है हमेशा। आदि शक्ति का मतलब ही यही है, पूरी शक्ति हर जगह हर एक के साथ।
ये मेरी धर्म पत्नी है, लेकिन मैं इनके पैर छूता हूँ, क्योंकि ये श्री माता जी निर्मला देवी दुनिया की है। मैं जिंदा हूँ सिर्फ इसीलिए कि इनके पास बैठा रहूं, उनकी सेवा करूं। मेरा और कोई काम नहीं है। देश की
जब नामे निर्मला आ गया, मेरी जुबान पर जब नामे निर्मला आ गया, मेरी जुबान पर आसान एक पल में मेरा काम हो गया, आसान एक पल में मेरा काम हो गया। हाँ मुझ में कुछ न था मगर, हाँ मुझ में कुछ न था मगर माँ का ही करम है। इल्मो फन में मेरा नाम हो गया, दुनिया इल्मो फन में मेरा नाम हो गया। माता का करम है, माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम है, माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम है, माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम है, माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम है, माता का करम है, माता का करम है, माता का करम है, माता का करम, मेरी माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम, मेरी माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम, हाँ मेरी माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम है, माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम, मेरी माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम, मेरी माता का करम है, 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 निर्मला माता का करम है, निर्मला माता का करम है। दुनिया की अंजुमन में हो, दुनिया की अंजुमन में कायम मेरा वरम है, मेरी माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम है, निर्मला माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम, माता का करम है, माता का करम है, माता का करम है, माता का करम, मेरी माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम, मेरी माता का करम है, 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 निर्मला माता का करम है, निर्मला माता का करम। माता ने लब लगा कर मुझको दिया है प्याला,
मुझको दिया है प्याला, मुझको दिया है प्याला।
माता ने लब लगा कर मुझको दिया है प्याला, मुझको दिया है प्याला, मुझको दिया है प्याला। चमका मेरी नजर में तौहीद का उजाला, तौहीद का उजाला, तौहीद का उजाला। देखा जो मेरी जानिब मस्ती भरी नजर से,
देखा जो मेरी जानिब मस्ती भरी नजर से,
मस्ती भरी नजर से, मस्ती भरी नजर से। देखा जो मेरी जानिब मस्ती भरी नजर से, दिल हो गया है रोशन अनवार निर्मला से, अनवार निर्मला से, अनवार निर्मला से। जब से हुई है मुझको दामन से उनकी निस्बत, जब से हुई है मुझको दामन से उनकी निस्बत। अल्लाह और नबी की मुझ पर खुली हकीकत, मुझ पर खुली हकीकत, मुझ पर खुली हकीकत, मुझ पर खुली हकीकत। उनकी गली में दरिया, उनकी गली में दरिया चैतन्य का रवा है, उनकी गली में दरिया चैतन्य का रवा है। मेरी नजर में हरदम निर्मल का आस्था है, निर्मल का आस्था है, निर्मल का आस्था है। मेरी नजर में हरदम निर्मल का आस्था है, निर्मल का आस्था है, निर्मल का आस्था है। सहजी अब मेरे दम में, ओ सहजी अब मेरे दम में निर्मला माँ का ही दम है, मेरी माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम, निर्मला माता का करम है, निर्मला माता का करम। सहजी अब मेरे दम में निर्मला माँ का ही दम है, मेरी माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम है, निर्मला माता का करम, निर्मला माता का माता का करम है, 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 मेरी माता का करम है, माता का करम है, मेरी 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 माता का करम, निर्मला माता का करम है। सही लेकिन ये बात हकीकत है, कुछ भी न सही लेकिन ये बात हकीकत है, कुछ भी न सही लेकिन ये बात हकीकत है। कतरा ही सही लेकिन ओ कतरा ही सही लेकिन दरिया से तो निस्बत है। मेरी माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम, निर्मला माता का करम है, निर्मला माता का करम। कतरा ही सही लेकिन दरिया से तो निस्बत है। मेरी माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम है, निर्मला माता का करम है, निर्मला माता का करम। माता का करम है। माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम है, माता का करम है, माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम है, माता का करम है, माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम है, माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम, माता का करम है, 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 मेरी माता का करम है, मेरी माता का मेरी माता का करम है, 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 निर्मला माता का करम है, निर्मला माता का करम। हम यूं तो बिक नहीं सके दुनिया की बारगाह में, हम यूं तो बिक नहीं सके दुनिया की बारगाह में, तकदीर लाई खींच कर निर्मल की जलवागाह में, तकदीर लाई खींच कर निर्मल की जलवागाह में, निर्मल की जलवागाह में, निर्मल की जलवागाह में। हम यूं तो बिक नहीं सके दुनिया की बारगाह में, तकदीर लाई खींच कर निर्मल की जलवागाह में। मैया ने मोह ले लिया, मैया ने मोह ले लिया, मैया ने मोह ले लिया, एक लफ्ज़ निर्मला में, मैया ने मोह ले लिया, एक लफ्ज़ निर्मला में, एक लफ्ज़ निर्मला में, एक लफ्ज़ निर्मला में, मैया ने मोह ले लिया, एक लफ्ज़ निर्मला में, लेते ही बंद कर दिया, ओ लेते ही बंद कर दिया, इश्क़े सदा शिवा में, मेरी माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम, निर्मला माता का करम, निर्मला माता का करम। जब तक बिका न था कोई पूछता न था, जब तक बिका न था कोई पूछता न था, जब तक बिका न था कोई पूछता न था, कोई पूछता न था, कोई पूछता न था, पूछता न था, कोई पूछता न था। तुमने खरीद कर मुझे, हो तुमने खरीद कर मुझे अनमोल कर दिया, मेरी माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम, माता का करम, निर्मला माता का। तुमने खरीद कर मुझे अनमोल कर दिया, मेरी माता का करम, मेरी माता का करम, निर्मला माता का करम, निर्मला माता का करम। हमने तो इबादत तो करीना बना लिया, करीना बना लिया, करीना बना लिया, हमने तो इबादत तो करीना बना लिया, निर्मला माँ को देख लिया, सर झुका दिया, निर्मला माँ को देख लिया, सर झुका दिया। तकदीर पर मुझे अब नाज क्यों न हो, तकदीर पर मुझे अब नाज क्यों न हो, तुमने करम किया मुझे, हो तुमने करम किया मुझे, अपना बना लिया, मेरी माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम, निर्मला माता का करम है, मेरी माता का। तुमने करम किया मुझे, अपना बना लिया, मेरी माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम, निर्मला माता का करम, निर्मला माता का करम, मेरी माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम है, माता का करम है, मेरी माता का करम है। सा गा 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 ma 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 pa pa ga ma ma sa ga 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 ma ma pa ma ga sa sa ga 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 ma 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 pa pa ga ma ma sa ga 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 ma ma pa ma ga sa sa ga 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 ma ma pa pa ga ma ma sa ga 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 ma ma ga ma ma pa 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 da da ma pa pa ga ma pa pa sa ni da pa ga ma pa 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 da da ma pa pa ga ma pa pa sa ni da pa ga ma pa 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 da da ma pa pa ga ma pa 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 ni ni sa 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 re re नि सा सा पनि नि नि सा सा रे सा नि प पनि नि नि सा सा रे नि सा पनि नि नि रे सा रे सा नि प पनि नि नि सा 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 रे नि सा पनि नि नि सा 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 गा गा ma ga pa सा गा 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 ma 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 pa pa ga ma 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 pa 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 da पनि नि नि सा 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 रे नि सा सा पनि नि नि सा 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 गा गा ma ma pa पनि नि सा सा गा गा ma ma pa पनि नि सा सा गा गा ma ma pa पनि नि सा 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 नि सा सा नि सा सा नि सा सा मेरी माता का करम है मेरी माता का करम है माता का करम है मेरी माता का करम मेरी माता का करम है मेरी माता का करम मेरी माता का करम है 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 मेरी माता का करम है
निर्मला माता का करम निर्मला माता का करम है
या रसूल अल्लाह